Excuse me. Again, like I keep saying, I'm trying not to tab out because if I tab out, my screen will freeze because I'm using a new monitor, and the only way that I could get this working on stream today was by using full screen in Rocket League. But in full screen Rocket League, when you tab out, OBS freezes. So we're gonna try and not tab out. But that does mean that I can't tab out, mute my microphone before I cough, so I will be coughing. If I cough at all, it will be audible in the microphone, for which I apologize. But bear with me. This is my first day with this 144Hz monitor, so I'm trying to... I just had to get something working today. We'll see if I can do anything different to enable me to tab out in the future without dropping frames. If you're so knowledgeable, why don't you try and go pro? Because there's a lot more to going pro than just understanding the game. You've got to be really, really good at mechanics, like just hitting the ball. And hold up. Yeah, you've got to be really good at aerials, and I suck in the air. But Miztik, he is pretty good in the air. Holy cow, what a strike. Remkoe and al0t did not see that coming at all. That was pretty nuts. Decent pass by Garrett, but that was like Miztik just being like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna score. It's no big deal. Just gonna score, if you don't mind. Why not? It's a pretty deep position right there for Garrett. Not a big fan of that play. Lunging at the ball. This could have gone horribly wrong for them. That's kind of what happens if you back off and give the other team a chance to control the ball, take a good first touch, then you increase the chance that you're going to get dribbled. Uncharacteristically, Miztik missing an aerial, but the follow-up by Garrett did put Remkoe and al0t in a bit of trouble. Oh, Remkoe. Oh my goodness, another redirect goal. Do I still play keyboard? Yeah, I do. Let's take a look at this one. We'll switch to Remkoe's camera after the pass. Definitely a very deliberate pass from al0t, just alley-ooping it up there. Remkoe with the dunk, except not the dunk in Rocket League terms. I'm just trying to be cool and speak in basketball terms, you know. Would I say Miztik is a better 2s player than a 3s player? Absolutely not. Miztik is far more dangerous than 3s, because he can just go absolutely wild with his aerials. In 2s he has to be a bit more careful, which kind of holds him back from being a free bird like he wants to be. He can't fly around as much. Remkoe is... Oh, I was about to say Remkoe is a very solid 2s and 3s player though, and terrible at 1v1s, but yeah. That's a really good shot by Remkoe. Batmobile aerials, of course, and just like precise hits. I find that that's a lot easier to do precise hits with the Batmobile. So, definitely, if you're struggling to get precise long shots from the air... Remkoe just deliberately bumped al0t twice. Oh my goodness, they're just trolling right now. So we just saw Remkoe bumping al0t just for fun, and then Miztik tried to steal Garrett's goal and he missed the point blank range goal. These guys are so bad. Well, they're not being deliberate. They're being deliberately bad, you know. Oh, the Muppets. That's a decent aerial by al0t though. What a save at the game by Miztik. He saved the shot that would have given them the equalizer. That was a really good aerial actually. Didn't even try to air roll, just bopped it with the top of the octane. And my nose is so itchy right now. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna die. Whoa, my nose. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze, but I can't. It's actually the worst feeling ever. So I'm gonna be tearing up here. But I swear it's not because this game is making me emotional. It's actually just because that aerial by al0t was so bad that I can't even watch. And, okay. I look back and somehow they're scoring. I looked away for 2 seconds. What on earth happened? I'm having ailments. Sorry, that was a decent dunk by Remkoe, to be fair. Remkoe's kind of beasting right now. You wish RLCS would switch to scoring players POV and replays? Yeah, you bet that would be pretty good, wouldn't it? I absolutely hate that boost sound by Miztik, by the way. The dark... Is it? No, it's the ink boost. It sounds like somebody's, like, sucking through a straw. Alright, Remkoe just demolishing right now. Hey, Chris Willis! Like, thanks for the resub, dude. 2 months in a row, I appreciate that. Continued support. It was just Miztik not getting a good read on that bounce. Remkoe, however, did get a good read. What a difference one read can make. Or 2 reads, I guess. A bad one and a good one. Working pretty well in favor of Remkoe and al0t, who are demolishing Garrett and Miztik right here. Of course, Miztik and al0t were both in the previous lobby that we just saw, for anybody who's just joining in right now. And we saw Marky Duda winning all 3 games that he played in. Greasy, Miztik, and al0t all won a single game each and lost 2 games each. So that is, of course, what happens in about half of the 2v2 lobbies every time you do a full rotation where everybody plays once with each other. There's about 50% of the time somebody's going to win all 3 games, so it's not that unusual. Yeah, right now I'd say favorite to do that is probably Remkoe. Out of these guys, Remkoe's a pretty fearsome 2v2 player. I'd say the best defender out of this bunch is Remkoe, and that's kind of what makes him a good 2v2 teammate. When I die, could I donate my voice to you? Imagine if you could do that, if you could, like, donate your voice like an organ. A lot of team bumping going on right now. Miztik's just like, move. It doesn't work at all. So perhaps not the wisest idea. If there's anything that we've learned from this pro lobby, it's that bumping your teammates is not a good idea. Because, yeah, Miztik took Garrett out the game and then got dunked on, and they lose. That's not good. Oh my goodness, my nose is actually killing me. I apologize for what's about to happen, but I'm not tapping out to mute my microphone because it will freeze the monitor. So I apologize for this delicious sound that you're hearing. I'm sure that sounded really good and edible. Alright, nice pass actually by Miztik, but unfortunately al0t was on the scene. Of course, unfortunately if you're a Garrett fan. I forgot to check what ping Garrett's got. 120, that's pretty good. East Coast boys having a pretty good time on the EU server. This is no longer a battle between 2 teams trying to win the game. This is a battle between Remkoe and al0t trying to Brazil, and Garrett and Miztik trying not to get Braziled. And I'd say that the Brazil is more likely at this point. Less than 30 seconds though. Can they hold on? Can they hold on? Okay, al0t not getting a good clear. Chance perhaps for Miztik. Has he got the angle? No. And Remkoe centered it though. Right. Brazil or not? To Brazil or not to Brazil is probably what I should say. Oh, Miztik nearly beans it, but al0t beans it! It looks like we're not going to get Brazil unless... I was thinking maybe we'll get a tactical team bump situation again, which could somehow cause a Brazil. Oh my goodness, why is my... why is my nose so itchy? I'm actually dying over here with my allergies. You're eating? Is your food tasting worse because of the noises, like nose blowing? Alright, so Remkoe and al0t taking down game 1. And no overlays today because it would involve me tabbing out and the screen would freeze. I don't want to get a screen freeze. You think the YouTube notifications are working because I nearly broke viewer records twice in a week? Yeah, you're not wrong. Hey, al0t, thanks for the sub, dude. I really appreciate that. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for the support, man. Right, I want to see if al0t does the strategy he's been doing today. Oh, he's not going to go for the kickoff. I've enjoyed al0t's kickoffs because he's done something which I feel is very underutilized on face-offs, and that's like when you're halfway there, like middle of your flip, just tap that rear view mirror key and see where your teammate's going, because you might change which angle you want to hit the ball into based on what you see. Alright, al0t going for the pinch, he can't get it. Oh my goodness. Garrett involved in another team bump situation, but it's okay because Miztik's missed the open net. Okay, he doesn't miss the second one. We're gonna have to look at this from what Remkoe saw. Was this difficult to tell? Yeah, that's pretty tough to say if that's going in, to be fair. Get better. It's a combination of just this time of year giving me a cold, and also I've got like allergies. I'm allergic to dust mites, so every time I wake up in the morning I like start sneezing like I've got a cold, even though I don't. Exposed, can't mute mic. It feels bad, man. I can't. I'm gonna have to find a way to get back into window borderless mode so I can tab out without the screen freeze. I mean, what do you guys want? Do you want me to freeze the screen? Oh my goodness, what? Nearly the teamwork double aerial pinch. But now Remkoe's doing his Cucks impression, looking for a hook shot with the Batmobile. Bot vs bot and analyze it. I did that before. I had think I had a pretty decent viewer count casting bot hoops match. It was pretty funny. The bots on hoops are hilarious. They get so confused. Definitely, if you want to see a funny game, go watch 2 rookie bots on hoops. It doesn't even have to be rookie. They can be good bots. That's a save and a half by Remkoe. He beamed it before, but the recovery was pretty decent. They're still down by 1 though. Garrett, the only North American player in the lobby. Some would say the best 3v3 North American player in the world at the moment. Well, what did I just say? 3v3, best 3v3 North American player in the world. Yeah, he's the best, you know, best 3v3 North American player in his house at the moment as well. In his house in the world, in the solar system. You get what I mean. garrettG, pretty good 3v3 player. Up there. I'd say that he's number 1, or maybe 2. Fireburner has been looking great recently as well. They're my top 2 for NA right now. How old is Marky? I think he's 20. Yeah, he's 20. He'll be 21 in May. If I'm not, February. 21 in February. It's a very low scoring affair. We had the Remkoe and al0t getting the nearly Brazil. It went to 6-2 in the end. And now Remkoe's struggling with Garrett. So, is Garrett the problem? That is the question. Maybe double Batmobile is the problem. Double Batmobile not able to keep up with the double Octane, which is, you know, as an Octane player myself, that's what I like to see. Nice jump by Remkoe, getting over the top of Miztik. Dangerous to go for aggressive demos like that if you are Miztik. And Remkoe's defense coming in pretty clutch once again. Garrett struggling to get involved right here. He is definitely struggling to get involved. Remkoe staying very, very solid. Seems to be at pretty much the center of everything the Orange team are doing defensively. What was that noise? Oh, I tabbed out. Whoops. Oops. Maybe. The thing is, with some emails, I try to think of a reply and then I forget. You have to understand. Nice play by Remkoe again. And Zebra Cake for the win. Great name, and thank you for the subscription. That's a really good name, actually. There we go. Remkoe to simple 50-50 win, but a good recovery to get the finish. Not a terrible shot. Everything is green. I like green though. I greened the pitch. I beamed it. That's not a very good play by al0t. He could have timed that much better. If he waited for the ball to bounce off the wall and then poked it, the ball would have gone flying into the orange half. But by hitting the ball before it hits the wall, it just goes straight up in the air, which is of course much worse. Oh my goodness, Garrett. Can he do it? Oh, al0t finishes off for him. This is nearly a great play by Remkoe. What he did is he missed his throw and then he carried through on the aerial anyway to try and demo the goalkeeper mid-air. Just because, you know, you might as well. He's in the area, so why not? It worked out for them. Garrett nearly getting a save. Couple of subs to shout out. Ferran Hueto and Wibble100. Thanks for the subs. Another phenomenal name, Wibble100. Looks like Remkoe's bringing this one back. Garrett and himself are putting together some nice goals. That was a really good read off the wall by Remkoe. And Slytherin as well. Or Siltherin, was it? Oh no, why? Why does this happen to me? I swear, does this happen to Jazer on his stream? Like, this should be happening on Jazer's stream. What? That's honestly the worst sounding spam I've ever heard.
Subscribe to you, mate. Cheers.
Well, I appreciate that last bit. The noise, though. My goodness, my friend. Like I said, does that happen in Jazer's stream? I honestly don't even know. And I've just noticed that my face is just a massive, like, line of text with all these bits. Alright, we do have one consolation goal for al0t. This is Jazer's stream. Hey, you're not wrong. Let's see this goal again by al0t, because it was a nice aerial finish. Keeping the height on it, he managed to smack Australia. Well, he managed to smack the ball right where Australia would be, should it be a world globe. I encourage everybody to spam moi in chat. I mean, only to some extent. You want Squishy Pashy, Devo, and Fireburner in one lobby. That would be a good lobby for sure. I think that Fireburner, Devo, despite them being most people's underdogs perhaps, I'd like to see them in that lobby for sure. Finally that sneeze. Oh my goodness, I've been waiting on that one for so long. Right, al0t, is he going to look behind him? He is, and he sees his teammate in goal, so he knows he can do the fake kickoff. I've got to credit al0t for these kickoff strategies. Just more than any other player perhaps that I've ever seen. He's using that reverse camera feature to see where his teammate is. That's really smart, because they're maybe not in comms. In fact, they're almost certainly not in comms, or else he wouldn't do that, because Garrett could just tell him what he's doing. But that's really smart by al0t. Oh, my nose. My poor nose.
I'm fading away. I'm sick of this life. I just want to scream. How could this happen to Moi?
How could this happen to Moi? Remkoe's defense staying strong, but didn't get a good clear on this one. We'll take a look at what he saw as al0t was approaching. Okay, Remkoe definitely missed his chance to challenge. al0t had to recover and then get back up to hit that, so I feel like Remkoe should have tried to pressure him when the ball was hitting the ground. It didn't look, from my perspective, and of course we're looking at it from Remkoe's eyes, it didn't look like al0t was in a position to get an air dribble, which is the only reason to back off in that situation, in my opinion. Okay, the jump by Remkoe kind of making that awkward, but nice 50-50 to recover. I wasn't sure if Remkoe was trying to go for a mind game right there. It looked, he was like in between two minds. He thought about mind gaming Garrett, decided against it. Bit of a miscommunication there by Garrett and al0t. No trust in each other to clear that. Both going up, which is of course pretty disastrous in 2v2 in certain situations. The only exception, of course, is if both of your corner boosts are up and both of you go up above your goal to get the shot, or to get the save, and you both land in opposite directions and you can both get boosts in the corners, then that's usually fine, as long as you don't dunk on each other. Nice pass by al0t. Oh my goodness. Garrett forcing the clear out of Remkoe as well. Expect Garrett to be middle for this pretty quickly, and he is. Pass from al0t, leaving a little bit to be desired, but they're going to keep pressuring regardless. This is some nice possession play by Garrett and al0t. Of course, like I said earlier, I don't think that they're in comms because there's been a couple of mispositions. Also the fact that al0t did check behind him on the face-off to see what Garrett was doing. Oh, the air dribble, Garrett! Oh, so unlucky, the ball hitting off the crossbar and coming downwards. That is so unfortunate, because if it had just hit off the backboard, Garrett was on point for the rebound. And unfortunately for them, Remkoe just too quick. Too quick off the mark for al0t. That was a really sexy air dribble though by Garrett, taking it to the side. Can you get a mobile to medium performance overlay? Dude, that's too much to ask, I reckon. What just happened? Remkoe trying to predict where this ball is going to land, but it just comes off the crossbar, hits him, and into the net. For Remkoe. Oh, what a shame. He just did not have a good read on how high that ball was actually going, or he wouldn't have driven forward right there. Nice delayed 50-50. Oh, the great recovery. Remkoe's redeemed himself, guys. He's redeemed himself. Like, he fakes a 50-50 so that Garrett just hits the ball straight into Remkoe, and then it bounces off Remkoe and goes past Garrett. It's really smart. Just faking a 50-50, forcing your opponent to hit the ball into you, and then lose the contest as a result. But will Remkoe be able to get his third win? Bear in mind, this will be the 3-0 for the big Remkoe, as he calls himself. He always does. He always refers to himself as the big Remkoe. For those of you who don't know. Alright, al0t not beating the save this time. He's had a couple of floppy moments in goal, but this time staying pretty solid. Look out below. Garrett, what a shot! That's incredible. Beautiful stuff from al0t and Garrett. Remkoe, at this point he should just know that this is coming There's no saving that. You're not getting anywhere near that. As soon as Garrett touches that ball, you're not getting anywhere near it. So Remkoe really had to contest. There's the fake kickoff again. al0t, I'm sure, definitely looked behind him. He's been doing it every time. So as soon as al0t goes for that kickoff, no doubt, checking his camera, making sure Garrett's in goal. Oh, what a save! Yeah, I actually thought Garrett was going to get that save, but al0t flew and stole it. al0t, or rather Garrett, would have had the save himself, I believe. Right, al0t this time. Yeah, there he goes. So he waits for the ball to bounce, then he pokes it. Look how much further it goes into the orange half. Much safer than the one that we saw previously, where he just hit it straight up in the air. Oh! The free jump by Miztik getting punished. Garrett just slides the ball underneath him. And that is a big chance. Oh my goodness. The clear onto Miztik. Garrett, I don't think he meant that, but he cleared Miztik. A new one there. Not a massive fan of the fact that Garrett went all the way back to the midfield there. I'm not sure if that was necessary. He picked up, because he stole the boost in the corner. Alright, passing play, here we go. Garrett should have scored that, for the record. Yeah, stealing the boost right there. This means that you don't need to go all the way back to the halfway line to get the halfway line boost, because you already have the full boost, so I feel like Garrett was wanting to, you know, just get all the boost. It was more like, right, how much boost can I get, and then go for the ball, rather than thinking, wait, should I move forward and contest the ball here? It's obviously not going to be a disaster, because they are, in fact, winning the game. But it's worth mentioning that they could have conceded some unnecessary pressure. A lot of redirects have been going in this game. This is dangerous, so Miztik, if he gets the center and keeps it up, no, he can't keep it up. That was a easy counterattack. Well, not easy, but you know what I mean. It was a free counterattack, uncontested. Miztik unfortunately couldn't get underneath the ball. That's going to mean that I think Miztik lost every game. I think Miztik has lost every game. Yeah, Miztik lost every game. Rip Miztik. Poor guy. So Remkoe al0t and Garrett all winning 2 games each. Miztik unable to get a W in this lobby. We'll see if he can do any better this time. We're going to play a couple more games. I don't know how many games these guys want to play, but I can definitely cast 3 more with these guys. There we go, al0t. I'm gonna keep doing that. Whenever al0t's on the kickoff, we're gonna look at what he's up to, because I just want to show you guys the information that he's garnering by looking behind him, or to the side in that case, just to see what his teammate is doing. Oh, and then the doink clear, as Shogun would say, getting the bop on the ball. Of course, the last time that we had this matchup in the first game this lobby, al0t and Remkoe crushed it 6-1. But we're not sure. I don't think it's going to be that one-sided this time, because Garrett in particular has been looking a lot better. He didn't have a great game 1. Oh, getting beaten to the ball. Are we Remkoe? Miztik, look at the follow through on this one. He just, first thing he does, look at that. First thing he does as soon as he jumps off the wall there to follow his own clear, is he gets his car into the upright position. He points his nose to the sky and starts boosting, trying to level out that vertical momentum. Then as soon as he's got that sorted out, air roll at the last second for the angle. That's really, really well done by Miztik, giving himself the best possible chance to succeed. Look, Miztik's positioning up on the wall, very nice. Reading that play by Remkoe. A lot of focus on passing, in particular from whichever team Garrett happens to be in. But by everybody in this lobby, they are focusing a lot on team play. Miztik's not really positioned himself to be on the receiving end of a pass right there, though. But you don't necessarily need to be wide open for a pass. Oh, that is a little bit surprising that Miztik didn't read this off the wall. To me, this looked pretty. Yeah, that looks pretty solid on the post. Miztik should definitely read that a little bit better. Mods? Well, we don't need mods. It's no big deal. I'm not really doing AMA with chat. You guys can go wild. On you go. Good save by Garrett. I'm following Miztik here to see how much faith he had in Garrett. Oh, he should have a lot of faith apparently. Garrett's just taking it end to end by himself. And what a pass by al0t. al0t beamed it right there. I shall live and die in the chat. I am the value in the bomber, the BM in the lethal, the salt in the defeat. You pledge your keyboard to the chat this stream and all streams to come. Alright, very good. Yeah, that's what I like to hear. I used to play Hearthstone myself. That's a weird delayed flick by Miztik. He didn't have the ball enough on the front of his card to get that forward momentum, but he might have got the mind game. Oh, and that's pretty much what happens to me every time I try and demo someone. I just drive across them and get demoed. It's getting a little bit predictable for al0t and Remkoe. Not much dribbling on the go from them, if any. Oh, speaking of dribbling though, why not do it from the air? Remkoe maybe even more consistent with air dribbles than he is with regular dribbles. And Ben the God won. Thanks for the Twitch Prime sub, man. I really appreciate that. You could have Twitch Prime subbed anywhere and you chose me. I don't know what I've done to deserve this gift, but thank you, my friend. You had no idea the Batmobile, the Batman logo shows in the smoke when you get demoed. Yeah, look out for that. If any of the Batmobiles get demoed, look out for the smoke. Again, Remkoe just very, very reluctant to take a first touch and dribble right there. This is just all long shots. I'm not a fan of this playstyle because Miztik and Garrett are just sitting back and soaking up all the pressure. al0t and Remkoe definitely need to start trying to maintain the possession because they haven't managed to hold on to it. There's no consistent pressure right here. No danger of a boost starve rotation developing so long as this maintains. Oh, Garrett's missed on a redirect. That's uncharacteristic of him.
Just read my Johnny Boy _ eyes big bean big and I'll be happy.
Alright, I'll take a look at it if I recall. If I remember after. After this stream, I'm going to be doing my weekly talk show with Lawler and Quinn, so hopefully I'll remember after that. I'm sure I will. And oh, there we go. The dunk by al0t. Garrett with a beautiful pass. Of course, earlier we saw al0t passing a ball to Garrett. Now we see Garrett straight back to al0t. These guys both very good team players, except both of them giving team plays to the opposite team. Yeah, this talk show. If you want to tune into the talk show, just stay right here on my Twitch stream, and I'll host the channel that the talk show is going to be on, so you won't miss it if you stay right here. It's going to be starting in about 44 minutes. What on earth am I seeing? What the beans was this? Oh, that's actually a good try. Nice attempted recovery by al0t right there. Remkoe just beamed al0t completely, and then al0t tried to recover with a half flip, which was quite nice. I'm a big fan of that change. I don't know if it was a deliberate change that Psyonix made, but you didn't used to be able to do that in Rocket League. It used to be that if somebody bumped you, you were stuck until you landed. You could fly back down to the ground with boost, but you couldn't dodge, so you were stuck in that regard. Oh, this could be game! Nice recovery by Garrett. That was really dangerous. al0t had a great set forward. Oh, and speaking of should be game, that really could have been it. Garrett grinded his shot.
I chose Johnny Boy _ I beamed it.
You beamed it, dude. Thanks for the accidental subscription. Misclicking the Twitch Prime sub by mistake. A geek, man. What's my viewer record? It's 2,200. Yeah, Twitch Prime doesn't auto-renew, but it doesn't really matter because it's so easy to use the Twitch Prime that that kind of makes up for it. And I'm sorry again for the tragic noise that you're about to hear. But my nose is just giving me trouble. Alright, so a good fake challenge there by Miztik. He baited Garrett into doing an awkward angle air roll shot. Garrett wanted to wait for the bounce. Oh dear. He wanted to wait for the bounce on the ball so that he could slam it. But Miztik faked a challenge. and got Garrett to shoot the ball early, and yeah, so right after I'm complimenting Miztik on his solid play, he goes and does that. Not the best aerial defense by the Scotsman, who did Miztik lose the last game as well? Who won the last game? Orange team won it, which was... No, Miztik won the last game, didn't he? Yeah, Miztik won the last game. Remkoe and al0t lost it. So it's actually Garrett who's winning the lobby, if I'm not mistaken. He's got 3 wins, the only person with 3 wins. He started off with a win then a loss, if I'm not mistaken. But he's got a little streak on the go now. You learned how to do the aerial shot because of my streams, it helps a lot. Hey, that's good to hear, dude. Speaking of aerial shots, most pro players are pretty familiar with them right now. Oh, Remkoe just beaning Miztik right here. Or was it al0t? They both look the same. Oh, it was al0t. Oh dear. Let's see what al0t saw. Yeah. Not a very good challenge by al0t, but the air dribble looks pretty good. Remkoe made up his mind, went for the play. Yeah, Garrett and Miztik won the last game. Garrett's now 3-1. You're correct. Garrett is 3-1. Remkoe and al0t are 2-2. And Miztik is 1-3. So we could have a 4-way tie, potentially, if the results go precisely as they would need to. Okay, that's not a great start. No boost on Miztik, though. Disaster for Miztik. He could have actually done a reverse half-flip butt shot to maybe accelerate that one past Garrett. Force Garrett into an awkward situation, but he went for the slow route of just driving forward with no boost instead. That would have been a great situation for al0t to pass the ball back to Miztik. I think he tried to drive it straight into Miztik's path. Oh, the pass is really on point. Fortunately, al0t's miles away. Hey, Davor, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. I was trying to find your name in the chat right there. I spotted it. Welcome to the channel, man. I appreciate you. Very deep again by Miztik. Miztik and al0t are they're driving extremely deep. I think Remkoe is the player who is kind of spacing the best in this lobby, or at least impressed me the most with his spacing. And by that I mean not giving the other team enough space to start dribbling or, you know, take a dangerous first touch. Very smart play by al0t right there. He forced the ball underneath Garrett. Remkoe's defense staying true though. How come Chaussette is higher than Scrub in 1v1s? Probably because he won more games. If you're Grand Champ and then you demote, yes, you do get the Grand Champ title. Your end of season rewards are based on the highest rank that you achieved all season, not the rank that you finish on. Bit of a Batmobile wobble right there by Remkoe. You saw when he tried to land, he jumped immediately after and his Batmobile like flung itself to the side. I hope Psyonix fixed that bug, because in my opinion it is a bug. It's like some cars are just more balanced than others when they land. The Batmobile and the Octane, 2 of the wobbliest cars, and they're of course 2 of the most popular cars in the pro scene. And if there's, I mean, some people might say, well, those cars are popular, therefore it's fine if they wobble because, I mean, they're good at other things. But I feel like if you're gonna make something bad about a car, it shouldn't be that it randomly wobbles when you land and you miss your aerial because you went too fast into the air. When is TTT? It's starting in 40 minutes from now, if I'm not mistaken. And I believe that I'm not. So I was talking earlier, I said I was most impressed by Remkoe's his defensive positioning. Like where he positions himself relative to what the other team are doing is definitely the best on defense in this lobby, in my opinion. But as far as attack goes, definitely needs to work on his dribbling, because he has beamed quite a few dribbles as the Dutchman. Widely regarded as the best Dutch player. Is this what time I stream? Usually you're from Australia and you need to know. I don't really have a set schedule, I'm afraid. But most of the time, if I am streaming, it'll probably be around about 5 PM UK time Or it'll be usually between 5 PM UK time till 9 PM UK time or something like that. Okay, there we go. Nice play by Remkoe. Finally gets one of his dribbles to succeed. That's what I like to see. First touch, really well played. Gets the mind game on al0t. And pretty standard moveset where you have to beat 2 people. What do? You mind game the first guy, because if you flick it past the first player, then the second player is just going to come in and take the ball for free. But if you mind game the first player, then you can flick it past the second. That's pretty much what we saw right there from Remkoe. Very widely known moveset, but still extremely successful. Give it a go in your own games. Just get beside the ball and wiggle. First player, high chance he's going to jump past you. Then you can flick it over the second one. Really important moveset to learn. Do I think there will be a sequel to Rocket League someday? I don't think it's necessary, because the graphics are pretty good, and they could just keep adding DLC. Alright, another win for Garrett. 4th win in the lobby. 3rd win for Remkoe. al0t still on 2, Miztik on 1. So we've got the 4-3-2-1. And in the last game, I think it is, or is Garrett out? He's changing, okay, he's changing cars. That makes sense. I was hoping we were going to get one more game, because that would be a bit weird to just quit right now.
Keep up the good work, you be.
Hey, Cerberus, thanks for that. I appreciate the resub. Keep up the good work. I'll do my best, man. I'll do my best. This game has some of the highest quality pixels in the market. It will never need a sequel. That's what I like to hear, dude. Alright, so we got Garrett in the breakout this time. He's looking for his 5th win in the lobby. al0t looking for his 3rd win. Remkoe, however, looking to tie Garrett with 4 wins each. And Miztik looking to tie al0t with 2 wins each. Oh my god, it's a pull shot clear. Look at the power that ball got. Miztik just slamming al0t into the ball. Oh, that's not a great off-the-wall play by Garrett right here. I'm dumb log, says Garrett. He also doesn't know how to spell lol. It's LOL, as opposed to the LOG that he used right there. Good to see that al0t didn't go up for that aerial, but al0t, he's so unreliable when he's the last man back. al0t just beaning so many clears. I don't know if al0t's using what FOV he's using. I'd be very interested to hear if he's using a 110 or a 100. That shot. Garrett, are you kidding me? He's up in the air before the ball even rebounds. What? What? That's absolutely insane. How does Garrett read that? He's up, he jumps in the air before the ball even rebounds, and he just like no look puts it in the top corner behind him. That's unbelievable. I'm just like watching that again, like, did he actually just jump before the ball even hit the wall? Yep, he did. You guys like the log? al0t's, or is it Boja's if you put the 2 numbers together? I'm gonna go for Boja's. Thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. 2 months in a row. I appreciate the continued support, man. Well, that's a great pass. Will al0t get the recovery? He didn't even go for it. Trusted Garrett. Unfortunately, though, al0t turned away from the clear angle that Remkoe was presenting him with. It looks like Miztik's boost starved, though. Oh, Miztik somehow barely got a touch on that one. It's very risky, though, for Miztik to go for that. He would have been super at the game. Can't you realize how much FOV he's using from the settings? Yeah, it was like, I expected it to be 110 or like 106 or something. Unless you mean like me going to the settings page. And I don't think, can you? Oh, that's a great play. Well done by Garrett. Let's take a quick look. I don't think you can, because it's just that this happens. If you go to the camera while you're spectating, that happens. Well done by Garrett, just forcing Miztik and Remkoe into an awkward position. Of course, Miztik and Remkoe have to take quite a lot of blame for that one. And of course, we've seen a couple of those first touches with quite a lot of success. Gotta get used to just being able to do that first touch with the Octane and the longer cars if you want to become a top player with multiple vehicles. That's one of the harder things to get used to, because the center of gravity, or the center of rotation of cars, is not necessarily in the center of the length. Especially, you'll see it more in the longer cars. The front end of it flips on a much wider axis than the back end. I'm not sure how that took a touch on Garrett, but it did. But yeah, of course, the reason for that is that when you try to catch the ball... Oh, look out, this could be counterattack. Miztik doesn't shoot the ball straight on target, though. But like I was saying, when you do try to catch the ball, like it's coming down on you and you just want to touch it and kill all of the... Or, you know, send whatever force the ball's coming at you with, you want to put equal force back onto the ball so that it just lands on top of your car and doesn't bounce away. Then you've got to try and get the ball to be traveling directly towards the center of mass of your car. That's just something that you'll have to practice to get used to. I'm not sure if the octane center of mass is very central, because the octane, when it flips, you'll see that the front end does stick out a little bit more than the back end, but not by much, because it's a shorter car. Alright, there we go. Another smart look back by al0t, checking to see where his teammates spawned. I'm very impressed by al0t's use of his camera look back and look around features for spotting teammates. Miztik with a bad save. Okay, Garrett's... Oh, Garrett got mind gamed by al0t. I felt like Garrett might be going up for that because al0t jumped and then realized he didn't have enough boost to go up for it. So he backed out. Very, very defensive game all of a sudden. Neither team really trying to go and get a pressure victory. Looks like both teams are opting for the counter-attack style, which when you got two teams doing this, game can stay goalless for a long time. Good challenge by Garrett. Very good challenge. Oh, the bump though from Miztik. Oh my goodness, Garrett was already on the wall. That's a great step forward. al0t is going to try and follow up. He didn't get the shot angle, unfortunately for him. And again, though, we're just getting a ton of hard clears coming in here. It's a tough bounce to the read right there. The double curve. It hit the curve at the ceiling and the curve at the floor. Oh, this could be goal if Remkoe can get the angle. He's going for the bop, trying to lift it in. Just let it hit his roof and bounce in. But yeah, almost, I'd say unsurprisingly, we're going into overtime here because these guys are playing very defensively. The nose is running, go fetch it. Yeah, I mean, I've got a cold or something. My nose is just killing me right now. Oh, Miztik's actually... Oh, he had a chance to seal the game. What was that? I was expecting him to just win it all right there. Remkoe will shoot where Miztik cannot. Miztik could have just taken a shot there. I'm not sure. I don't know what happened. He just got on the wrong side of the ball for no reason. But there you go. He did get the pass to Remkoe. And we're going to have a two-way tie for first and a two-way tie for third. Remkoe and Garrett both 4 wins and 2 losses. Miztik and al0t both 2 wins and 4 losses. Look at that beautiful aerial celebration from Remkoe. I'm a fan. Let me tell these guys. I need to hop out. GG's. Alright, they might just continue playing without me. I'll make Miztik the... Oh, I was going to say they might just continue playing without me. It looks like they're just going to peace out as well. I was going to give one of them a leader in case they wanted to continue. Hold on.